Mauricio, what pleased you most about your team tonight?
No, I am so pleased. I think to congratulate the player. I think they deserve full credit because after to concede in the way that we concede, that when we didn't deserve to concede, I think can affect any team. But I think we react really well, and of course we dominate the game against a very good team like Newcastle. And then we keep pushing in the second half. We made some changes, and of course to try to provide the team some impact. But the most important is in football is believe until to the end, and that was possible because we keep believing. And on the end, always we know the penalties are a lottery, and of course talent and quality. But of course, so pleased because I think our objective before the game was to go through to the semi-final. We are in the semi-final, and now we need to move on and wait tomorrow, and then be focused and be ready for the next Premier League game, in Wolverhampton, the 24th.
How important could this as a night be for the development of this team, this young team of yours?
I think are important this type of games in the way that we can achieve the way to go through to the semi-final. Always is so important. Are important when you don't play well, and like games like Everton and Newcastle when we play away from home, is to realize in which area we need to improve, in the way that we need to improve. I think both are really important to really feel for this group in the way that we want to evolve and develop, the ideas, and of course, so pleased because I think when you see the whole squad, player that were involved on the game, players that were injured, but they want to share the happiness in the middle of the pitch. I think it looks like we are a healthy group of players that only we need time, and our responsibility is to guide them, and to create the platform for them to really improve every day. And of course, with time, I think we are going to create a very good team that can compete and increase the competition and be in the place that Chelsea should be.
Matt. Hi, Mauricio. A couple of questions. First one, did you practice penalties in the lead-up?
Yes, always we practice, but that is not why.
Did you practice for a shootout? Did you do special practice?
Well, always we practice finishing, shooting, set pieces, how defend, set pieces, how attack. Yes, and penalty, of course. Always we are, not every day, but, few days a week, the players are doing things. But to be honest, penalties is, you can practice every day, but after it's about how you manage yourself, the stress, the competition, and the quality. If I am going to myself to shoot every day and practice penalty, and then I go there and start to shake and put the ball away, But I think it's more about the quality than the practice in this type of subject like penalty.
And it was a big win for the team, but also the three players. Nkunku gets on and scores a penalty, the goalkeeper, and it seemed like a big moment for Mudryk too. Quite an important night for some individuals. Yes,
we are talking about players that are young, players that arrive and they suffer an injury, like Christophe, and they need a team, and they need in the middle of the competition, they need the competition, they need the game time to start to perform and to get the best form. And that is sometimes everyone can judge, okay, now yes, you recovery player, but the most important is in which form. And we need to, because the expectation is to see the best in Nkunku. And the problem is that we need time for him to perform in the way that we expect. And one thing is to be available, another is to perform in the way that we expect. And we need time. That is why it's not to put too much pressure on him day by day, and we are going pushing him to, to arrive in the as soon as possible in his best to try to help the team in the way that we expect.
Okay, we can do two more, Nizar, and then we'll have Simon to finish. Nizar.
Mauricio, I saw
he has to go out because he suffered. I was a little bit sick before the game. He suffered some problem in his stomach. He tried. He wanted to play because he said, "Okay, see if going well, but rather to going well, going not so well," and that is why he didn't feel well and need to go to the dressing room. No, Levi was more because I seen my perception was on the end of the first half was a little bit tired, and we wanted to put some more offensive player like Malo and to provide the more energy in this side. And yes, that was why we go for the option of Malo on the second half rather to play continuous play with Levi Colwill. But it's going to be ready. Levi is nothing, only that was a little bit tired. My perception to change, the way that we were playing in this side.
Okay, last question today, Simon.
Hey, Mauricio,
Yes.
sort of touching on what Matt said, just to get you to talk about Mudryk, how big a goal do you think that could be for his confidence? And secondly, just about the fan that came on the pitch when he scored, you may not have seen it, but...
No, I didn't see it, and then I listened after. My opinion about, no, always, I think we need to be careful, and the fans need to be careful. I don't like this type of thing because I think it's a thing that can put in danger, the players. Of course, I am disappointed and I am not agree with this type of thing that happen in football here and in Stamford Bridge, and I'm going to be agree if happen in another stadium in England or in around the world. And always disappointed with this type of thing because I think it's so dangerous, and I hope that's not happen again.
Okay, thank you. We'll leave it there.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Cheers.
Thank you.